out there in reseller land. It's time for another seller shout out. The sales in this video come from my Facebook group from the Money Making Mondays thread. We have one every week and have been doing this since 2014. So this is where we celebrate the community, all of the eBay sales, no matter what the amount, and the purpose of this video is to learn about things that sell. So listen for your name. You could be in this video. We're going to get started with Sally DeLellis. Bought at thrift store for $2. Was unfamiliar with the brand, but I could just tell by the look of it that it was worth looking up on my phone. Sold for full price in about 3 weeks. I have about 5 other pieces I bought that day listed as well. The brand is Blue Fish. It's a vintage women's black shirt, organic cotton, and it sold for $89 for just this basic looking t-shirt. So heads up, Blue Fish is a brand to look for. Okay, Diana Warren paid 50 cents at an estate sale, sold for $24.99 in about a month. 1950 recipes, Department of the Army and Air Force cookbook. Well, that's a fun item. 50 cents, sold for $24.99. Next is Donna Shirley. Paid $1 at the thrift store, listed for 8 months, sold for $29.99. Carter's baby blanket, pink floral with an elephant. Very cute. Satin trim as well. That's an important detail on these baby blankets, and well, any blanket really if it's vintage and has satin trim. $1, sold for just under 30. Julie Gambino, purchased at the Goodwill outlet bins, so cost is pennies, sold for $14.53 after a couple of months. The brand is 31. They make handbags and tote bags and that kind of stuff. Rainbow Pinwheel Party Cinch Sack. Okay, there you see it. Very colorful, very cute. Steve Gittler paid $2 at a thrift store. Sold for full price about 4 weeks later. Black's Law Dictionary Special Deluxe 5th edition 1979. Ex Libris damaged. Another example of an imperfect, damaged, defective item that sold for good money. $2 and sold for $49. Lee Hoskins, purchased at a local thrift store for $5. Sold for full price in a few days after posting. Levi's 502 jean, size 31-30, Big E. That is an important feature. $5, sold for $59.95. Dina Napoli grabbed this miniature set of tarot cards with others for free from a hoarder house I helped clean out. Sold for full asking price of $85 and took 2 months to sell. So far, I have made over $400 on the sets of tarot cards I got for free. Always check comps on these. Older sets can have some value. The item is vintage 1968 Albano weight miniature tarot cards made in USA. Free and sold for $85. Bill Hunt, I love selling belt buckles. I got several of these at an estate sale last year. I paid about $80 for my haul that day, probably enough to fill a large tote. I've been listing more buckles as they sell. This one went for $44.94 and was listed about 10 months. The item is Rain for Rent 50-year belt buckle logo. Rare, hard to find. Yeah, belt buckles are fun. They can be very unique. They're easy to ship, and they're just good sellers. Jessica Wolf paid $2 at a moving sale years ago, had hanging in my house since, but listed it to help fund an unexpected renovation. Sold in a week or two for $48.99 plus shipping. This piece was from George's Museum, still had the original receipt and brochure on the back, as well as his name on a plaque on the front. I had asked for pricing advice in another Facebook group and had a very snarky comment that what I have is a poster, nothing more. I'm happy with the price, and the buyer was as well based on the message they sent. So, this is a framed Georgia O'Keeffe dead tree with pink hill. That's kind of pretty, kind of unique. Okay, so $2 and sold for $48.99. And just a comment on the snarky comment. There's lots of Facebook groups out there. If you're not treated nicely when you ask for help, just move on to a different group. Nobody needs that kind of negativity in their life. You're just trying to get help. And you get back what you give out. So hang out with nice people. Okay, Tina Wozniak, who I call the catalog lady and the Hot Wheels lady. Found in our basement, so no cost. This fits a car from the 1970s. That's all I know. Listed for 2 years. Standard ignition parts VR 118 voltage regulator. Sold for $12.99. So even seasoned eBay sellers keep going on those archaeological digs around their home, unearthing treasures all the time. Next is Ginger Lamplight. I got this at a neighborhood garage sale in April of 22 for $5. Sold for full asking plus shipping. This is a combustible gas leak detector. Sold for $54.99. Next we have Rhonda Quintero, who paid $1 for this at a yard sale. It sold within 15 minutes of posting it. Rare purple Blanco Jack in the Pulpit hand blown art glass, and it's signed. $1 sold for $25. Diane Wells paid $4 at an estate sale, and it was full of Christmas brooches. I have listed a few, but no sales yet. When they start selling, all will be profit. This sold for full asking price in about a month. Now I have one of these, but it's not a Laura Ashley. It is a Amazon El Cheapo. But this is Laura Ashley Hanging Jewelry Organizer, two-sided with clear pockets. I love this thing because you can see everything in it. And this sold for $25. Suzanne Keene, Revereware Jelly Roll Pan. These always sell fast for me. Bought at a local thrift for $9.99 and sold 3 days after listing for $89.99. Revereware Stainless Steel Baking Sheet Jelly Roll Pan. Excellent. $10 and sold for just under $90. Ashley Duval bought this postcard for $1 and sold it overnight for full asking price of $19.99 plus shipping. It's a U.S. postcard, but it's going to Scotland, I'm guessing because of the Nessies, aka Loch Ness Monster. This is Miles Carpenter, folk sculptor of Waverly, Virginia, with Loch Ness monsters. Sold for $20. Tara Jennings bought at Crazy Full Estate Sale $10 for the 3-piece set. Sold for full price, listed in April. And the sale was back in June, I think. Vintage Imperial Glass Candlewick Nesting Ashtrays. $10, sold for 42. Monica Jackson. Another find in the Friends storage flip leftovers. Friend paid maybe $8, sold for 75 plus shipping. Sold in 1 to 2 weeks. It's called Now and Zen Digital Zen Alarm Clock, bamboo case chime. That would be a lovely way to wake up slowly. This sold for $75. Okay, Kathy Hermans picked up at a thrift store in Arizona while on a road trip, paid $5.99, sold on offer to Watcher for $15.95 in 2 weeks. It is a Dutch Brothers men's size large long sleeve t-shirt. Okay, Brian Rappaport paid $5 at a garage sale in March and sold for $39.99. I love this brand. It's so crazy. Loudmouth ladies golf shorts, happy hour cocktail print. $5, sold for just under 40. Julie Brown. I typically do not sell dolls. I'm on board with that, Julie. Neither do I. I found 2 F&B collector dolls in the box at a local thrift for $6.40 each. I saw Dorothy from Wizard of Oz first. I'm a fan. And Sherlock was behind her. Sherlock sold in 5 months for $49.99 plus shipping. I now have some education on F&B dolls. And she says rabbit hole, meaning she went down the rabbit hole of research. So this was $6.40 and sold for $49.99. Kathleen Gifford. Always check comps on Bath and Body lotions, and I'm going to interject Bath and Body anything. This is a retired scent. I paid $6.99 and it sold for $35.99 plus shipping. Purchased it at a Goodwill, took 2 months to sell. So the item is Bath and Body Works Chestnut and Argan Body Cream. Paid $7, sold for $36. Tammy Mitchell. These were free. Sold in a couple of days for $18 plus shipping. Rhonda Sheer Pinup Lace Tummy Control Boy Shorts. So free and sold for $18. Stormy Renew came in a lot from a local auction. The total lot of 3 figurines was $90, but I was paying up for one of the figurines that sells for $200 plus, so this little guy was just an extra. Sold in around a month. Netted right at $11. Not bad for an item that was quick to list and ship. I used to be one of those that if it doesn't net me 20 or more, I won't list it, but I find lately I like having a wide variety of prices in my store. This is a cute, grumpy, playful kitten cat ceramic figurine made in Japan. Janet Turnage. Bought at Savers for $7, sold in 2 weeks for full price of $80. Some of the vintage teen romance paperbacks are collectibles. This is a lot of First Love from Silhouette. YA stands for Young Adult Teen Romance Paperbacks, 1982 to 83. So $7 and sold for $80. Good to know. Denise Rogge. You may recall I've been doing consignment sales for my sister-in-law's brother who is ridding himself of his childhood toys. He kept them in amazing condition. I took a $20 offer for this vintage game, so not a lot of profit for me, about $5. But the feedback from a grandmother who is anxious to play with this with her grandkids made it worth it on a happiness scale. This is Vintage Stadium Checkers Family Board Game, sold for $25. Donald Hucks found some Tupperware at a yard sale for $1, took about 2 months to sell. sold for $21.75 plus shipping. Vintage Tupperware 3-piece Harvest Gold microwave vegetable steamer. Yeah, you gotta love the Harvest Gold and the avocado green back from the 70s. So this was $1 and it sold for $21.75. Carol Hollis paid $3 at the thrift, took around 4 months to sell for full price. Pottery Barn Teen Rugby Stripe Duvet Cover, cotton navy green, well, navy blue and green, twin bed, one sham. $3, sold for $39.99. Elisa Ashby paid $1 at a yard sale, sold in 24 hours at full asking price. Lands of Salzburg flannel nightgown long sleeve. This was in one of my BOLO books, so I've known about this for a while. So take note of that name, Lands of Salzburg. These hold their value, especially if they're vintage. They can sell for good money. This was $1 and sold for $58.95. Jennifer Hungate purchased a large box lot on auction for $2. I have about 200 or so left. I packed up as a set of 10. Full asking price within 1 week of listing. These are Christopher and Banks sturdy wooden pant, skirt, or jeans hangers. Okay, wooden hangers. These sold for $14.99. Louis Prizzy does not have a Barbie or a toy. Paid $5 at a garage sale, sold for full asking in 48 hours. This is a Scentsy Star Wars R2-D2 wax warmer. $79.95. And he paid $5 for it. Carlos Chavez, our mailman who always delivers, got this 1997 Gigapets Microchip Monkey Tiger Electronics Virtual Pet for $2 from a private pick, and it sold in about 15 days for best offer of $59.99 plus shipping. So there you can see it. Now, side note, in the premium library, I have a lesson about private picks, how to find people to pick from, how to do it, the parameters of what to ask before you get involved. All that information laid out for you. So if you're interested in doing private picks like this and just have no clue about how to actually do it, I've got that all laid out for you. So come on over to the premium library and check that out. You can download the video and keep it forever. Okay, Joyce Bodenhammer picked this up at the bins, paid $5. Almost didn't list it because it was so cute. Thought I'd see if anyone was interested, and if not, I'd keep it. Listed at 4:30 a.m. and a couple hours later it was sold. Guess someone was interested. This is a Bethany Lowe Halloween Sassy Cat bag toss carnival game. This sold for $55 and she paid $5. Tina DeVore got this at Goodwill for $1.99, sold for full asking price after 3 years. President Christmas coffee cup mug, Donald Trump novelty gift. $2, sold for just under 19. Leisha Rouston sold this other nightgown to the same buyer, so apparently she had another post in the thread that is not here. Buyer for $20 a day later, so obviously she had two of them. I don't remember how much I paid or where I got it from. It is Val Mode lingerie baby blue satin nightgown, sold for $20. Heather Bennett found these cuties at a thrift store. Brand new condition, adorable, and a name I'd never heard of. I looked them up and yay, score. Bought for $8, listed for $69, took offer of $59, took 6 weeks to sell. These are Anushka Mary Jane shoes, and it looks like they are a European brand because she's got European sizing on them. These remind me of Allegria, but it's a different brand called Anushka. Learn something new every day. Melissa Foshi. I'm still selling parts from my old carpet cleaner that wasn't working anymore. Sold on offer for $25.46 plus shipping. This one took about a year and a half to sell. It is a Hoover steam vac wide path upper handle for the steam vac. So $25.46 for that part. Cassie B. got at a garage sale for $2, sold for $25. Vintage Disney Lion King flat sheet, twin, $2, sold for $25. Patty Paul had this pin in my store for 8 months or so, part of a large jewelry haul that I'm totally in the profit now. Accepted best offer of $30. Rare 1990s Leanna LIA signed vintage costume jewelry. And that is very cool looking with the jewels in the shape of the Christmas tree. Very pretty. Janice Buchanan bought at an estate sale for $10 and sold in a couple of days for $49.95 plus shipping. Karen Germany Daddy Long Legs doll in rocking chair. $10, sold for just under $50. And finally, Denise Haley paid $0 because the estate sale gave them to me and they didn't want to set a price. Took a week to sell. This is Mael Air Clean extra large pack of vacuum cleaner bags. Very good. $39.50. Okay, congratulations to everybody who made it in the video. Keep posting those sales on the Money Making Mondays threads because you're helping everybody learn more. And that's what this is about, so we can all make more money. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Happy selling, everybody. Bye.